See it now at Trice Hughes in Princeton, your Chrysler Dodge Ram dealers.
What does your morning sound like?
The itsy bitsy spider, rock-a-bye baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Good morning. It is 8:50. We're moving right along. It's 28 right now, and we have got Brother Harrell Riley in with us and Brother Bobby Goodwin to talk to us about a men's simulcast conference coming up. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in. So what have we got going on here?
On the 25th and 26th, there is what's called the Johnny Hunt's Men's Conference, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. We've actually been down there to it before, taking about 19 of our men from this area. And due to the programming that we're doing, we have a Bible study every Friday morning at 6 o'clock at the CLC building in Princeton. Brother Bobby actually is the leader and the chief cook, and I'm the teacher. And we have breakfast for folks when they come in. We decided to challenge other men to be a part of that kind of a conference. So rather than try to drag 50, 60 people to Atlanta, we've partnered with them to have a simulcast here in Princeton at CLC building on the 25th and 26th. And so we're going to do the exact same thing you do if you went to Atlanta. There'll be a steak dinner. There'll be opportunities and other things in front of you, as well as I think we're doing a giveaway, and Bobby may know more about what they've already rounded up for that. But I know there's some potential firearms and hunting bows and crossbows that'll be given away, and so we want to put that out there in front of men and challenge them to come be a part of this simulcast, which is a live event. When he's speaking in Atlanta, he'll be speaking right in front of us on the big screen, and have an event where men can come and be challenged at the same time.
And what is the simulcast about? What's the topic?
Game plan. It is several things that will be going on. Johnny Hunt's the first speaker. We'll start with the steak dinner, which is steak and potato and salad and all the stuff men like. And then there's a worship setting that leads us into that. And then Johnny will be speaking about relation to men and having a game plan for life and some of the struggles with, I think, forgiveness and other things that we deal with. There'll be some break with snacks and those kind of things. And then Bob Record will be closing out the night with a presentation. They call it a breakout session, but we have the privilege of being involved in that since we're here. And then the next morning we'll start out again receiving folks about 7 o'clock, and we'll start again at 8 with the sessions. So there'll be breakfast for that, and we just want guys to come out. We've not charged anything. There probably will be a love offering just to keep that, but we don't want anybody left out. Come on down and be a part of it, and you'll be blessed.
What time is Friday?
Friday starts at 5 o'clock, and in that process, about 5:15, we'll start putting steaks out there. Actually, the Cattlemen's Association is going to help us grill them. We've done that before, and they're fantastic. And so you'll be blessed in doing that. So start showing up about 5 o'clock, feeding will start, and then we'll get into the sessions about 6 o'clock.
The grazing starts at 5. So what you keep saying show up. Where are we showing up? Well, we can't because I'm a woman, but okay.
CLC building, First Baptist Church, Princeton.
And that's 300 West Main Street,
300
correct?
West Main Street, correct.
Who can we call if we have more questions?
Call Bobby Goodwin at 270-963-0067, or you can call the church office at 270-365-5591.
Okay. What other information is this the first time you've done this?
It is the first time we've done simulcast here in Princeton. There is an event page out there. And right now there's about 100 people that have said they're coming on the event page, which is,
wow.
I shared with the men this morning in our Bible study. That's a little unusual that people commit that early on Facebook to going. A lot of times it's interest or, those kind of things. But there's already a commitment from 100 to go. About 70 that said that they were interested, and then I'm getting emails and texts from other groups that we know and have challenged. And so our goal is 300. We'll be prepared for 300 one way or the other, and there's a list of probably 25 or 30, 40 people that are there that have already committed. If we have more than that, we'll get our steak later, okay? So nobody will miss out on eating. And if the folks that are listening know me, that's a pretty big commitment, okay? and most of them are laughing just like you are now out there. But that's our interest in having folks come. So we hope that maybe a pastor or men's leader, whatever, would challenge 3 or 4 or 5 people or get all of them they can to come. We'll be prepared for them, and I think they'll be blessed because I think this Sunday we got 2 guys going to share testimony of them actually going to Atlanta and hearing. And there's just something about gathering with men and listening and hearing some encouragement and challenge. We all need to be challenged, and that's what will happen. And we live in a world that desperately needs men to stand up and step up in what we got going on. And without instruction on how to face the game plan, it won't happen. So that's what we want to challenge folks in. There's several others that'll be involved. The next morning, if they get there at 7, whether they're eating or not, it'll still be on. James Eubanks will be speaking on screen. And then the 2 others, Jeremy Morton, who is the new pastor at Atlanta at Woodstock. He just has been transitioned to their pastor. He's going to be speaking, and then Johnny Hunt will close it out. And we should be done before 12 o'clock that day. So you won't take up your whole Saturday. You'll be a part of something. You can leave and still get around the golf in, shoot a duck, or do whatever else folks are going to do during this season. But there'll still be time to do that. So you really, really, really don't have an excuse not to come when you're going to get a full-blown breakfast, a steak dinner the night before, and bring your sons. Teenagers are welcome. I don't think, sixth grade down, probably pay that much attention to what's going on. But if they need to bring their kids that young, that's fine. But teenagers and their dads, come on out and be a part of what's going on.
And is there a deadline to be able to show interest?
Yeah, 5 o'clock on Friday night, January 25th.
Okay.
Have your fork in hand and come on.
Okay, so we don't have to sign up ahead of time and let you know, and because you're going to be prepared for 300, and however many show up, maybe you can share a steak, huh? If you get more than 300.
Right.
And now, did you say, Harrell, you said you had been to one of these in Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Last year, the church took 19 folks, and we've done another trip since then to another event that they did in Nashville. And I think we had 30 on that one. So there's some interest building and some challenge in it, so that's why we're doing it.
I see. Bobby, have you been to one?
No, I have not been able to go.
Okay.
Anyway,
but you're going to go to this one.
Looking forward to this one, yes.
Yes.
And again, that's another reason for bringing it into town. Simulcast is a little bit different than live, but there are other men. Bobby's taking care of his wife, and sometimes people can't get away from town, those kind of things for a long trip. Mm-hmm. Cost a lot of money to do that. Last time, I think guys spent probably $150 a piece.
Wow.
And so we're challenging them to, help with the resources in that, and then other folks can come. And if you come and you can give. If you can't, come anyway. It's taken care of. And that way folks don't have to spend time traveling, those kind of things. They can still be a part of an event where they can get that kind of preaching, that kind of caliber of speakers, and the event right here in Princeton, Kentucky. So basically it'll be a mirror image of what's going on there in Atlanta at a church that runs about 16,000 people. We're going to do it down here on a little bit smaller scale, but it'll be not so small at 300.
Yes.
Correct. I'd like to add another person to the contact list, if I may. Torrey Hammett, and his number is 270-963-0672.
Okay. So you can call Torrey Hammett, Bobby Goodwin, or I guess even you can apparently.
No, don't call me. I may not answer you. We got so much going on. This is actually a First Baptist Church event. I just happen to be the teacher for the men's class that we do on Friday morning, 6 a.m. If you have not been to that, we get done in time for folks to go to work, come out. We're just challenging men regularly every Friday. But this is a men's event, and I am strongly challenged by the Lord to encourage and challenge men to be men that they need to be, and so that's why we do it. And I'm grateful, Brother Bobby, just so you know, Brother Bobby keeps it organized. He keeps it lined up, and every Friday morning, as you can hear on the radio, he's kind of a quiet man, but interested in these guys. He gets up early, comes out and fixes breakfast for everybody, has it ready. So there's no excuse for you not coming to Bible study on Friday morning, especially you guys that have been there before. Come on out and join us. But everybody's welcome, and you can eat breakfast, get done with the Bible study, and still get to work on time. And I promise you'll be blessed.
All right. Anything else to add?
No, other than don't miss it. Friday night, January 25th, 5 o'clock at 300 West Main, CLC building, which is a Christian Life Center. There'll be folks out front waving you down. Just come prepared to eat. I promise you get full. And then we'll be done before 10 o'clock, probably somewhere around 9:30. Can't miss out. Come be a part of it. You're going to hear some of the best speakers in the United States live. So how can you miss out on that and not even leave your hometown?
Thank you guys so much for talking to us about this morning. And I hope you get the turnout that you're expecting. Sounds like it's already off to a good start.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
You've still got a couple more weeks to get signed up. So.
If you're listening and coming, I challenge you this Sunday. Challenge your group, your people. Find other people and ask them to come.
All right. Thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
ABC News, I'm Serena Marshall. Missing Wisconsin teen Jamie Kloss has been found alive, and her aunt Jennifer Smith tells ABC News it's thanks to a good Samaritan who spotted Jamie.
For all the posters and everything for awareness out there, it helped. Because this lady that was walking her dog, she said she knew who Jamie was right away from posters she saw.
Jamie went missing in October after her parents were found murdered in their home. A suspect is in custody. This is the second longest government shutdown ever.
Today is supposed to be payday for hundreds of thousands of federal workers who now will be going without pay, any pay whatsoever, as we enter day 21 of the government shutdown with no obvious end in sight.
ABC's Jonathan Carl. Sources tell ABC that the White House has directed the Army Corps of Engineers to find money in its budget that could be used to fund the wall under an emergency declaration. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to make a statement regarding Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel, nearly a year after the Parkland school shooting. This is ABC News. A crisis across the border could affect a Super Bowl staple, chips and guacamole.
We have all these beautiful avocados from Mexico, but where are the chips?
It's not the chips, it's the avocados that may be missing because of a Mexican fuel shortage. Producers ship thousands of tons of avocados to the U.S. in January every year, but the Mexican government's efforts to clamp down on years of mounting fuel theft has prompted a week-long fuel shortage. Michoacan, the country's main avocado grower, expects to ship 120,000 tons ahead of the big game. But if they don't start shipping in the next 2 weeks, it's game over. Or fork up more doughy for the guacamole. Todd Ant, ABC News.
An 84-year-old Missouri bridge is set for demolition after no one stepped up to take it off the state's hands. Almost 6,000 vehicles cross the bridge in southwest Missouri each day, but the infrastructure has been deteriorating. Inmates at a New Hampshire jail are getting the chance to train several puppies who will eventually be given to military veterans or first responders struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder and other challenges. Serena Marshall, ABC News.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature.